Welcome to Monday Night TPK.
Hey, welcome back. This is a Monday Night TPK. My name is Kyle, and I will be DMing this 5th edition Real Play Dungeons and Dragons podcast. Around me, I have got 4 nerds who are just super excited to pretend to be some sort of heroic fantasy creature so they can go out and live a life that they will never live in the real world.
Says you.
I'm creating your world. And by creating it, I mean reading from a book.
I was just going to
Coast created this
say,
world.
the
nice wizard lives on the coast.
Yeah. Dana.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling like that I'd actually kind of be okay if we have to make new characters the next episode.
You don't like Rixer anymore?
I mean, it's not that I don't like Rixer. It's that, I don't know, it could be interesting. That's all. I mean, if it... rather, I won't be sad. How about that?
Do you have reason to believe that you might need to make a new
I don't
character?
know, you've been making some ominous hints. So,
Yeah.
Some ominous metagaming.
yeah.
I did randomly roll what we're doing today.
You keep saying that.
Ryan,
Hi, Kyle.
you look really serene and happy today.
It's raining.
It is raining.
I
It's
like
pretty
rain.
great.
Yes.
It feels nice. It smells nice. It sounds nice. I'm in my element.
You should just go there's a window behind you. You could just go outside and stand outside that wall.
Shout through the window.
Yeah, you can just shout at us.
I want to do a perception check.
I think that would be fantastic,
Where are the Cheetos?
especially when the cops get called.
Can I have a Mountain Dew?
We don't
Wow, I
know,
haven't seen that in so long.
we don't know who this guy is. He just keeps shouting into the house.
You guys are at the bar. Are there girls there?
Oh, that. I've seen that video. Matt,
Yes.
do you like to spend your free time watching YouTube videos?
Not really
Don't
my
answer,
free
trap.
time. I do at work.
Man, I wish I had a job I could sit around watching YouTube videos.
Most of the time it's just listening to it.
Oh,
But
my bad.
it's YouTube videos going. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of theories about where the DC Arrowverse is going, and also
Cancellation.
theories of where maybe theories where Marvel movies are probably going and stuff like that.
Nerd.
Yeah, I'm a huge nerd. That's why I'm here.
That's gross. Sam,
Stop.
you are apparently the last person I'm calling on right now.
Cool.
You didn't forget her.
Woohoo.
I only do that when she's racing dinosaurs. Sam, is there
It's
any
true.
any deep dark secrets you want to tell Matt right now?
I think
asking
I've
her
been
this
over
question.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Totally not alluding to something specific.
Totally not alluding to something
Did you tell him on
specific.
something on Saturday that I don't know?
No,
While you guys were ghost hunting?
no. And I told you about what happened. So, I think we're all caught up.
Cool.
Let the audience speculation begin.
Oh, I need dice to play D&D.
Yeah, you do.
Here's my mini, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
All right.
Ryan.
I mean, he's probably going to die
My
today
mini.
anyways. It's fine.
Right, yeah.
All right, Sam. So you are fantastic at taking notes,
Oh, yeah.
and I feel like we all rely very heavily on your fantastic note taking ability, so that we can all ad lib what happens next. And by we, I mean largely me.
Sure.
So what happened last week?
All right. Well, excuse me. Last week, we had a snake fight. Gilly blessed the party. Brielle took a shot into the trees. The snake rushed towards the party. Montwood casted spiritual weapon and attacked the snake. Rixer swung his battle axe at the snake. Iku hit the snake with her staff. Brielle sent Gilly away. Brielle cut the snake with her longsword. Gilly casted spiritual weapon and attempted sacred flame. The snake grappled Brielle. Brielle inflicted wounds upon the snake, then his spear stabbed it. Rixer hit the snake as he swung his battle axe wildly through the air. Iku confidently swung her staff and thwomped the snake. Brielle stabbed the snake. Gilly smelled rotting flesh behind her. She moved forward and threw a guiding bolt at the snake, which sent it to its death. Hue, glitter, sparkle, radiant explosion. Montwood looked for dead people with his ghostly skills. 2 undead were within 60 feet of us, and he called his spiritual weapon close. A pale, tealy-looking skin thing with a big red tongue and fangs burst from the jungle brush. We found out that was a ghoul, and it clawed Montwood. Rixer approached the ghoul and smacks it with his axe. Autocorrect had its way with these notes because it says snacks.
Or a hungry halfling wrote them.
That's true. Iku moved to Brielle and cast Cure Wounds. A new creature appeared. It's a ghast. A stinky ghast. Brielle shot at the ghoul. Gilly healed Montwood and moved her spiritual weapon forward. Montwood disengaged and moved 30 feet and killed the ghoul with his spiritual weapon. Rixer attacked the ghast and cleaved it with his battle axe, and it cut him real deep. Real deep. Iku moved up to Gilly to check on her. The ghast went after Rixer and hit. Brielle enchanted her arrow and then hit a tree. Gilly shot her guiding bolt and it burned the ghast with radiant fire, and then she smashed it with her meat cleaver, aka her spiritual weapon. Montwood cast Sacred Flame, which burned the ghast further, but missed with his spear. Rixer hit with his axe. Iku gave some advice. The ghast hit Rixer. Brielle enchanted her arrow and then hit the ghast. The vines wrapped around the ghast from Brielle's arrow and entered all of its orifices and then grew from the inside out. Battle complete. Party success.
Do.
The end.
Cool. So you guys are standing now amongst some freshly fallen corpses and the post-Thanos snappish remains of a giant boa constrictor. What y'all want to do? Dan just shrugs.
Snake steak?
What's that, right?
Snake steak?
It's
Sounds
pretty
good.
pretty dry, pretty dusty.
Hmm.
I think we decided Sam's
That's true.
bolt of whatever she used.
Guiding bolt?
Yeah, guiding bolt just disintegrated the whole thing.
Okay.
Sparkle.
Yeah, it's pretty much gone.
No snake steak.
Yeah, I wanted to use parts of it as cover, but there was nothing left, so it's gone.
It's true. Luckily, the undead have stopped moving.
For now.
I'm not eating that.
Double tap?
It's rule number 1.
Rixer bashes their head in a couple times with his axe.
Yeah, sure.
It's gory. Rixer, what's your passive perception?
14.
Yeah, that's high enough that you do notice blue triangles on their foreheads before you completely obliterate them.
Yeah, I think that.
I think we saw them last time.
Yeah.
Did you see them last time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned it. I guess I'm not sure if
Yeah.
Rixer specifically
Okay.
saw them.
Okay. Well, he does.
But
He did
somebody
this time.
did.
He did this time.
So,
What?
What were we doing?
You guys.
we were
Were we
tracking
following
someone?
tracks?
Pursuing
Yeah.
the ice trail. Yeah.
Okay, we were following tracks.
You had followed them thus far, and I believe it was getting close to make camp time.
Okay. So we probably should just... Do we want to just set up camp here? relax for a little bit.
Why are you looking at me, Matt?
You're the leader.
No, I'm not. Screw that. Okay.
That's not how I remember it. Group as a whole. Brielle, I forgot my character's name. Brielle will sign. Should we just set up camp now?
Brielle wants to know if we should just set up camp now. Here.
What time of the day is it again? Sorry, you probably just said this.
I did.
I know.
It's early evening.
Early evening.
Or should we keep pushing on?
Or should we keep going?
I mean, like, they're already kind of really far ahead of us.
That is true.
We don't know when they left.
That is a good point, though, that they are pretty far ahead. So.
Brielle thinks that's a good point.
But even they have to stop and rest.
Do they?
I mean, for potentially chasing after a adult human male and some lizard-like creature. I think they would have to stop and rest.
Rickster's very lost in thought, thinking about if they actually have to stop and rest, and what they might be where they don't have to stop and rest. So he's useless now for the rest of this conversation. And Dana's out.
We've lost our leader.
Oh no! Somebody help! Somebody help! Iku, what do you recommend?
We'll have an NPC leader now.
It's fine.
I mean,
Everything's
she's
fine.
been guiding us most of the way.
Right.
We paid her to do this. It's alright.
That's true.
Iku is going to say, well, it is getting dark. And once the sun sets, of course, as you know by now, it is very difficult to see, let alone follow a trail. I feel we have been very lucky so far to be able to trace these two individuals that we're seeking. It might be best to resume when the sun is high.
Yes. So rest here now.
This place does seem to be as good as any to pitch a tent and stay the night.
Will the stinky boys attract other stinky boys?
She'll kind of like stare at the ghoul and the gas for a moment, thinking the more intelligent undead, the remnants, are very, very rare in these jungles, especially this side of the river. I do not feel like the undead, at least, should be a likely problem.
Okay.
Sounds good. Brielle will say it sounds good.
Okay. So setting up camp here then.
Okie dokie.
So, setting up camp as per usual.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You guys consumed any water or food for the day?
I mean, I assume we do it as we go.
Yeah, I would assume that as well.
Yeah.
I usually, at the end of the day, I mark off however much we would have consumed.
Did our rain catchers collect anything? Oh wait. Did we have a rain?
We did have them.
Did you have them set up, or is there a way to keep them set up while you're trying
We
to
had them
jungle?
set up in the boats. I believe we used what was in the boats to refill up.
Do we want to set them up tonight
Probably.
for the possibility of rain? Since now, because now we're at a whole new ballgame where we're traveling on foot and don't have a place where we
Right.
can just set up the.
Between your two ring catchers, you get 12 gallons of water.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what they managed to catch.
The book.
And then I don't recall what you guys have to use per day. I know I've given you that information in the past.
We consume 8 gallons per day.
And you just got
And last I had noted, we had a full 24 gallons. So we had filled everything up.
So we used 8. We just got 12 back
So we will use 8 to
to refill.
pencil. So we're gonna be back at full again.
Right.
We got 12 and we've consumed 8.
Cool.
So we'll be fine. I'll just leave it as full.
Problem solved.
Could we take the extra 2 to like clean up a little bit?
I don't see a reason why not. You can leave it in the rain catchers and you got kind of a basin to scoop out and splash on Rixer's stinky, stinky pits.
Rixer's still just standing there, thinking real hard.
Gilly goes up and like waves a hand in front of Rixer's face. Hello? Well, not in front of his face because she's short, but like waves her hand up. Hello?
Yeah. I guess that they would have to. What do you need, Gilly?
We're gonna camp now.
Oh, okay. Do you need help? I'll help.
Yeah, we gotta set up tents.
Right.
Alright. So you guys are able to set up your camp as per normal, have your rain catchers out. You do your watches. Well, okay. Is there anything particular you want to do before sleep time?
No.
Okay.
You know what? I think
I don't really think we should make like a fire.
Okay.
Once it gets dark, we should make a fire, eat our food during the day,
Yeah.
and then put it out so we don't attract anything else.
Yeah, Brielle says that we should make our food quick and then put out the fire so we don't attract friends that are unwanted.
if we don't want them, they wouldn't be friends.
As
so-
soon as that escaped my mouth, I regretted saying it.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
So actually I think Rixer's going to work on a little wood carving. Well, actually a medium-sized wood carving.
Okay.
Something to do.
Cool.
It's gonna be with a snake.
Cool.
Big snake. It's gonna take him a little while.
Alright. Over the course of all of your watches, I guess, nothing happens. The night is cold. Well, not cold. The night is cool. It is dark. It is quiet. Rixie, you're not quite able to finish your snake.
Right, yeah, I figured it'd take maybe 3 evenings. So I have it marked 1 out of 3. Be like decent size.
I rolled a die.
Mm.
It's gonna take you 4 evenings.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
Wow.
So night passed.
Okay, it's gonna be like this big then.
Okay.
Like a foot and a half.
I like. It's just a straight snake. Like
No!
it's just like a single like snake all stretched out. It's a branch. All right. Let me cross off a day on my calendar.
Oh man, I forgot to bring the map over here.
Uh-oh.
I'll just have to remember to mark off 1 hex.
Yes. I moved to taking care of my notes where you're at on a digital image on my phone,
Oh,
as
nice.
opposed to this crappy printout that I
Right.
got. So I can actually like zoom in and see right where you're at. All right. So morning comes. You guys can pack in all your stuff, and you're going to give me survival checks to try to find the trail to keep moving on.
Iku helping? Which one? So I can do it with
Do you want
advantage.
me to do it?
Or-
Because I have higher.
Do you have
I have
higher
a +3.
in survival?
Yes.
I have a +3 as well.
Oh, okay, then we can do it. I don't remember why
I think
I
Rixer
got
has
chosen
the higher.
last time.
For survival?
Yeah, survival.
Oh, I have a 4, yeah.
Iku's not
Seems
trained in
weird.
survival, so she can't give you the assist action.
Oh, okay.
I am not trained in survival.
So,
Rixer is. Well, then I'll help. Me and Rixer will look, and then I'll let Dana roll since she's got +4.
Okay.
So you roll with advantage.
oh, that's not great. 10.
Oof.
Yeah, I rolled a 5 and a 6.
Die. You still have your inspiration point?
No, I used
Ah.
it. I've been trying to use it so that whenever I get something, like from carving a wooden snake. I'm kidding, I don't want it for that.
Yeah, with a 10, you can't really find the tracks or find a trail.
Okay. So,
Can I try?
oh, go ahead.
Since I was the one trying to find them yesterday.
Absolutely.
I
Hooray.
guess you would know more where they're at than we would.
What they look like.
Yeah.
Hey, help my friend find a trail.
Yay! I like it when you help me. I mean, your spiritual friends help me.
Right.
Oh.
No. We're doing bad.
No, that's a 7. With some help.
We're lost. We're lost!
Well,
Game over.
It's game over, man.
a couple
Game
things.
over.
One, you cannot find where the trail continues. However, like, you're not lost in the bigger picture of the jungle. Because, you know, you haven't had someone make, like, a travel check or something. Like, so
Right.
you haven't moved yet. So, like, Iku, for example,
I thought that was going to be a big ass sneeze.
Iku, for example, I mean, she knows where you guys are. Dana, your hands up.
So, since we're having a hard time finding the trail, Rickster's gonna go to Gilly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we came from that direction, right? So let's find the tracks we followed to get here and compare what they look like. Maybe we can have an easier time finding where they went to.
Okay.
Is essentially wasting time to be able to try again.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say I would like to try again.
I'll let you guys, you can pretty easily, I won't make a roll for it, find the tracks that you were working with from the day before. Who is going to make...
Figured I would, and Gilly would be helping me.
Sure.
Since Rickster and
Gilly doesn't have survival.
I would like.
Oh, she
Gilly
doesn't?
cannot help you.
I would like to
Oh,
look
okay.
on my own.
Okay,
I
then.
have survival.
Okay, so
I
just
have,
free out
yeah,
helping then.
Yeah.
That's 15.
That's better.
Alright, that's... You are able to pick up, after a significant amount of searching, a trail
Okay.
to lead kind of further to the west.
Alright. Rickster's just gonna point it out, though, to Brielle and kind of wait for, like, everyone else to be ready to...
Brielle will just like let out a low whistle to get everybody's attention and then make the sign that we found them.
Ooh.
What does that low whistle sound like?
Riot. That's exactly what my whistles sound like.
That's a pretty good whistle. There it is. Yeah, you guys basically just head straight west. Sorry,
I thought we were heading east.
Least.
East.
No,
Heading
Ryan.
east.
You're not heading east. So you guys are able to kind of like put the boat on your shoulders and head off into the jungle. It's really kind of a quiet morning. I mean, you do still hear some birds chirping. You do hear some insects.
Okay, I was gonna be really scared if I
No,
didn't
it's
hear
not.
anything.
Yeah, it's not. It's not one of those mornings.
Okay.
But it is a relatively quiet morning. A little bit of a mist has kind of come in, and not obscuring things too much, but it is a little bit kind of cooling things down nicely.
That's good.
You're pretty sure that you're, well, no, Rickster would definitely be like holding the canoe above the mist.
Yeah.
So it's not helping the condensation of your rain catchers any, but it's always kind of drizzling, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hours pass, and you're getting close to morning, or getting close to noon or midday. And who would be in the front, like tracking, like actively tracking?
I believe last session we decided that Rickster was in the front carrying it.
Right, but I wouldn't be able to. Neither of us would be able to do tracking while carrying
Yeah.
the.
That's why I
That's
was
true.
doing
Okay,
tracking.
that
So,
makes sense.
yeah,
There we go.
You do it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna let Gilly, or I'm sorry, I'm not gonna let Wixer carry the canoe and track.
I'm gonna keep an active perception going though.
Sure.
Just to listen and watch for things. That's not bad. I believe that's 18. Where's my perception? Yeah, 18.
Okay, cool. So, up ahead of you, you start to hear loud, very loud feet crashing through the underbrush. What languages do you speak?
Let's see. Where did my languages go? I believe I speak Common, Elven, and Orc. Yep.
Okay. You hear voices far away, but you can't make out what they're saying. And Gilly, since you're kind of also tracking a little bit ahead, following the footprints. So you guys are heading basically just due west. You get to a point where from the north, so heading south, you cross over some very, very large footprints.
Okay.
When I say large, man,
She sees these about the same time I'm hearing.
pretty close. I'm trying to think of a size comparison.
Size of
The
Richter's
size of our
hand.
table.
Like,
Probably the size of this table. So what is this?
Okay.
4 feet by 3 feet?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Probably at least 5 foot tops, probably.
I think it's 4 by 3 about.
So huge footprints. Literally huge footprints.
Whoa.
Brielle will let out another whistle, and then but it'll be more of like which Gilly would know as a stop.
Okay. Stop.
Alright, you guys come to a stop. What's up, Ryan?
If we're looking at these huge footprints, can I have 12 fly up? And I want to switch my perspective to get a basic shape of them.
Oh, the footprints?
Yeah.
They are.
These are like footprints or
Oh, they're very obviously boot prints.
footprints. Okay. Okay.
And, Brielle will also start to put the boat down.
Maybe Brickster will follow.
Sure.
too.
So you guys are kind of like huddled up around these giant-sized, or rather huge-sized, I should say, feet prints. What do you want to do?
Gonna keep listening. See how far away they are.
Do they make boots in a size 4 foot?
That's funny.
I mean, they make boots for 1 foot. Why not 4 feet?
Oof, that's a horrible roll.
Is that your perception check?
Yeah.
I
That was a
mean,
4 on the die.
yeah, it's distant enough that you kind of lose a little bit. You can't quite make it out.
You know what they say about people with big feet, right? I mean, I don't, but you obviously do.
Yeah, they need big socks.
Big pants.
And big shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They probably have big toes too.
Yeah.
Big toenail clippers.
Oh. Ew.
So what are we doing, guys?
Do we want to scout? Do we want to see if they pass? What do we want to do?
I say if they're not here bothering us. Why don't we just continue on our way? They're going a different direction.
Brielle will shrug and say, I don't know, I can't determine where they're going.
Ryan?
So how condensed is the vegetation around us? We're in the jungle. Imagine there's trees and everything. Looking around this vegetation by the footprints. When hunters go hunting, they would look for signs of passing. Like sometimes,
sure.
yeah. like so maybe a deer will like lose some fur or something.
Give me a
going-
perception check.
Yeah.
I assume that's how
Or
we've been tracking.
Or like
Broken
twigs or something
twigs and
broken,
stuff,
yeah,
yeah.
branches.
Because you can't just follow footprints forever.
Mhm.
You got to follow the rest of the trail.
But if these really big guys, maybe that's something interesting.
Hey, you guys.
I'm gonna ask for help for looking too.
Sure.
There we go. 13 plus 6 is 19.
Oh yeah. You're seeing like broken tree limbs up pretty high.
Mhm.
You're also pretty sure there's at least 3 sets of boot prints, and then another set of a very, very large animal print. But they're very much like spaced out, like it's bounding from place to place. That seems to be following along with these boot prints.
I'll try to do the Brielle thing and pull up 3 fingers and do like a wide arm, and then like pretend to like crawl around like an animal.
Brielle just gets a really confused look on her face. Looks at Gilly.
That's nice, but can you just tell me what you mean, please?
Oh yeah, I guess. Trying to practice, but that's okay.
Good try, good effort. You
Pat him on
see
the back.
three things in an animal?
There's 3 sets of these footprints and another set of some large creature.
Okay.
More bestial, you said?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
And it was bounding?
Because it's big enough, it's leaving very clear footprints, and there's very large distances in between them. And it looks like they're almost like jumping from place to place in a lot of places. And sometimes walking, but here at least it looks like it leapt over a big chunk of land, which is why you didn't see them at first.
That must be really big.
But the footprints are going from the north to the south.
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
I still say they're going from the north to the south. If we continue west, we won't have a problem.
Alright.
Maybe we should sneak the rest of the way? Just to make sure they're not...
I think something like this might make its presence more known than we would.
Well, at least it should probably be a little bit quiet, you know. Like just,
A little too quiet.
we just make sure you use our inside
Speaking of
voices.
that, what does the sound of the forest sound like right now? Is it normal?
Pretty normal. I mean,
Okay.
It's a little quiet, pretty normal.
So, whatever... Brielle will take a listen to that, and then she'll say, whatever's here is naturally something of the forest, because it's not disturbing the wildlife.
Yeah, Brielle says that wildlife isn't super disturbed by it, so
Where it's been quite a while and they already came back.
We're for
That
sure
happens
that they're going
sometimes.
from north to south? Or was it south to north? Whatever.
north to south, I believe, is what was said describing the footprints. So the
Word.
boot prints are going south.
Okay.
They are traveling from the north, going south.
And then, I don't know, the direction things are broken that Motwood might point out kind of indicates something moving in a southerly direction.
How dense is the canopy?
It's always, I mean, like, the trees around you are pretty tall, so, like, the very top of the canopy is pretty dense.
Okay. How high up did he see the broken things? The broken branches and stuff?
15, 20 feet.
Would it clear the canopy?
No.
No. This might not work, but suggesting this would probably be a conversation that's going to get relayed through Gilly, but just to not have to do that. Brielle will suggest sending the monkey up over the canopy and see if you can see something moving through the woods. My brain's thinking T-Rex through Jurassic Park.
Right, like the trees and
Yeah,
stuff, like
it's
moving
gonna
a little
move.
bit.
Gonna move. So if he clears the canopy, maybe he can see where it's at and which direction it's coming or going. Because these tracks are going one way. That doesn't mean that that's not coming back this way.
Right.
They could have been hunting something, and that's what was running and bounding.
So what is the sign for monkey?
Yeah.
12 imitates that.
It's taking
Yeah.
your arms
Repeatedly.
and scratching
Yeah.
underneath
Yeah.
your
It's
arms.
make just pretending to be a monkey.
12
Yeah.
you imitates that repeatedly.
That's
He's
fine.
a monkey.
That's fine.
So 12 is gonna take flight.
Yeah.
Cool. 12 can definitely take flight, and it gets a little bit thick is his goal to get above the canopy.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't take a whole lot. It's relatively easy. And with Montwood looking through his eyes after a couple seconds, you see forest in all directions.
Okay.
Looking kind of in the direction that you guys think this is going. It's a little ways off, but you can definitely see just like trees shaking and like movement and like birds take flight every once in a while as a tree just like really, really shakes for a second.
But they don't seem to be
Coming back.
circling around or anything.
They seem to be going in a straight line. A straight line south.
Call 12 back. Oh. Poof, 12 back.
Sure.
They're heading away from us.
So I'll make the sign that we should just move them.
Can we be honest for a second? We all know what a giant is, right?
Brielle just nodding her head extensively. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had that big thing in the Sword Coast with them stomping all over the place.
Yeah.
Yep. She says,
I have not heard about that.
Brielle will sign I was in the Feywells at that time, but yeah, I know about it.
You guys have to tell me what you're doing.
Moving.
Richter picks up the canoe.
If we're convinced now that they're going the opposite direction, we have no reason to dally.
To dilly dally.
Sure,
No dilly dally, shilly shally. Let's move.
You guys move on for the rest of the day, actually. The whole day passes, and nothing else.
Scoreboard.
Nothing else kind of gets in your way. You get to a point like you were at the beginning of this episode, quite frankly, where it is getting towards dusk. It is getting towards, wanting to camp for the evening.
Probably just rinse and repeat.
Yeah, travel as far as we can, and then
Yeah. Set up camp.
All right, cool. I'm going to pause this for a second. All right, you guys are able to basically just copy and paste from last time. What is there anything in particular you want to do as you set up camp?
as we set up camp or after?
After you set up camp, I'm sorry.
Snake.
All right.
Carvey. Snake.
Gilly will ask to train with Brielle.
All right. Does Brielle accept?
You're actually requesting to train,
Yeah!
but we have to keep it quiet so we don't attack. So we don't attract things.
Yeah!
So instead of weapons play, I guess she will help her with martial arts training. So a lot of pin punches and kicks and stuff like that.
Yeah!
That way we're not clanging swords and making noise.
Cool. So, y'all are kung fu fighting. Those kicks are like fast as thunder.
Fast as lightning?
No, Matt, that phrase would be copyrighted.
But we don't want to make a lot of noise, so not thunder.
Poop.
Definitely.
Poop. Ryan, are you okay?
I just had a thought that 12 in his new form has the cognitive reasoning to learn.
Yes.
So is he
Kung
watching
Fu
and
monkey.
waiting?
Monkey.
I'll be trying to teach him some of Brielle's more common signs. Like, thank you. Not that.
Oh
No,
my
you're
goodness.
doing it wrong.
You're teaching your ape sign language.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, he can already communicate telepathically with me, so
Yeah.
maybe he could learn some sign language too.
Sure. You can. It's okay. So Gilly and Brielle are spending the evening kung fu fighting silently, not doing thunder kicks.
Not doing thunder kicks, no.
Montwood and 12 are learning sign, at least some very, very, very basic sign. And Rixer is carving his snake.
Yep.
Alright.
The one thing you'll notice about Brielle and Gilly's training is Brielle does not go easy on Gilly at all. She will slam her to the ground as hard as she can
Ow! Damn it!
if she messes up. It's very intense and aggressive. She does not go easy on her.
Iku finds a couple really big, delicious looking beetles, roasts them over a small fire, and then eats the beetles.
Oh.
Doesn't
share?
She doesn't share any.
If she sees Rixer staring hungrily, she will
Yes.
happily give Rixer a beetle.
Yes! Rixer is very excited.
It is very moist and it is crunchy, and it is full of flavor.
Gonna get a little... Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I was
Alright.
gonna, I don't know, make a reference to Emperor's New Groove, but it's alright.
I don't know.
It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, Rixer was
stop.
based off a character from it,
Exactly. That's
so-
how I was gonna do it.
okay.
But
Alright,
How much water did we gain in our...
that's a good question.
I just moved the table.
Let me... Wow. You guys got 11 gallons of water somehow.
Again.
Miraculously.
So I worked off our rations that we consumed, but I'll just leave our water alone.
Cool.
Brielle sees Gilly like going over all the stock and is like, "How are we doing on food?"
She gives her a thumbs up.
Awesome. Okay. Just checking.
She says, just keep eating normal. Don't overdo it.
I'm so hungry.
do you want some bugs?
No.
It's yummy.
Brielle will take some. Brielle will eat some. Sure.
Iku shrugs and 5 minutes later comes back from the jungle with like
I'll go help her find
pretty
more.
big fat beetle for everybody.
Is it the same kind of beetle?
Yes.
Okay.
Brielle will help her find more.
She
gives Brielle something to
she will show Brielle like where they are, what
How to
kind
hunt
they
for
are,
them.
That's
what I wanna know.
What kinds of things to look under to find them.
Sweet.
While Brielle's gone, Rixer is gonna go over to Gilly like, do you need me to rough up Brielle a little bit for you? She's being really mean to you. Can I like pick her up and throw her over my shoulder and I don't know, put her in a headlock or something?
Gilly like smiles. He's like, "You do what you think is right, right, sir?"
I mean, she hurt you really bad?
I mean, it's all part of training, I guess, but
Well,
I think it'd be funny if you did that.
no, she'd get mad.
Yeah,
Not
she
time
really
for
would.
jokes.
No, it's not. So here's the plan. As soon as we get back into the city, I want you to just pick her up and drop her.
Okay, I'll do
Yeah.
that. I can do that.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's gonna be great.
If we make it back.
Spoilers, we're not getting back to the city.
I mean, the jungle's been a pretty tame place so far.
So
we
far.
did just avoid multiple giant fights, so for now.
For now.
You guys can each have a piece of inspiration for
Yes.
your role playing on the downtime.
Wait, we each get a piece?
that's how I phrased it. So collectively, you can have a team. No, everyone get one inspiration.
So it's split.
Like one-
It's split into 4.
1/100?
And we all get a piece.
No, it's 1 point and we all have to fight for it. Like,
Oh,
to the death.
roll off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Winner gets the inspiration.
And dies alone in the jungle. It's fine.
I got a 19.
Well, there you go. You can die alone in the jungle.
No, that means I get it, right? Oh,
yeah,
so
by
we're
beating
playing-
everybody else.
We're playing that opposite game where you had to get a 1.
You can just roll the 20.
Iku, she's as bad as Gandalf.
She may have plot powers
XP
right now.
stealing. She may have what?
She may have plot powers right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Alright, so morning comes because their evening goes off without a hitch. Nothing crazy, nothing weird. By the time morning comes, the jungle is at full volume, totally normal. In fact, as you guys are just beginning to embark on your day, clear above you, above the canopy, you hear caw! Caw!
So check to see what it is through the canopy. Of course, I roll a 19 on a BS roll, and I roll a 7 on the die for
Right.
an actual perception.
It's not real loud.
That's a 10.
It doesn't seem to be a creature that you would be familiar with to make it be just a 10 to...
It doesn't sound like the Aarakocra that we
No.
heard before.
Is it not obvious that it's a bird? Bird
Because
type noise?
that bird noise did not sound like a bird.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Good. I was
Okay.
hoping it sounded too much like a bird. I'm sorry, I was afraid it sounded too much like a bird.
Okay.
Ah!
That was more distinct from being like a fake bird noise.
Hiku, what is that?
Does he know what this is? Without being able to see it? Yeah, she beats my DC. Those sound like pterodactyls.
Oof.
Oh.
It is good that we are below the canopy, that they hopefully will not be able to see us.
Those sound terrible.
Iku's
You gotta have my point of inspiration back.
Iku's completely just like no reaction. Like they sound like perfectly healthy pterodactyls to me.
Brielle was saying, should we hide? Is it something we should worry about with the thickness of the canopy?
Yeah, so she kind of like will scan above and is gonna just kind of shake her head like, as long as we stay out of any large openings while they may be above us, I feel like we should be fine.
Okay. Just gotta stay under the trees.
Whenever we were in the city and all the talk of the dinosaurs, did we find out what a pterodactyl is? Did
No.
Rickster find out what a pterodactyl is?
Perhaps not.
Okay.
Well,
We didn't.
Let's-
you have the bolos though, right?
I do, but I don't know if dinosaurs are in there.
There's some.
I don't know if pterodactyls are in there.
They're probably in the regular monster manual because they're not
That's
giving
what I
me,
was thinking.
a separate reference page.
what's a pterodactyl then?
She'll smile. A pterodactyl. I believe they're called pteranodons, to be very specific.
Pteranodons?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. They are winged dinosaurs, much like a bird, but also much larger. They could be very dangerous. They may hunt us from the sky as if they could see us, but I feel like we are probably safe.
Oh, okay. Don't know how one of those dinosaurs be strong enough to have wings and fly.
Oh, they are quite lithe. They are quite thin, but they are very fast, and their talons and their beaks are quite sharp.
So
Okay.
it's like a bird dinosaur.
Yes, Gilly, it is like a bird dinosaur.
A dirt.
They're not in here.
And with that,
Rickster thinks this is
A
like
dinodor.
Brielle just starts packing up.
I mean, that wasn't in character. All she said was a bird dinosaur.
Brielle just starts packing up.
so you guys are able to carry on, and
Birdosaur.
probably about 15 minutes go by as you're carefully walking under the canopy, and you continue to hear the screeching of the pterodactyls in the sky. But afterwards, it kind of dies off, and it sounds like maybe they have flown away.
Oh, finally.
Your your morning and your afternoon continue to just go by very, very quickly. It's not until the last third of your day that it's kind of all at once. You come upon a statue, and the foliage is thick enough, and the light is just slightly getting low enough. You don't quite realize it's upon you until you're almost face to face with it. It's covered in vines. It's pretty well hidden. But you come upon a statue of a kneeling man who is kind of staring down from a pedestal, and he has got on his head. It looks like perhaps at one time he had a pair of great big horns, but one of them has been broken off, and he's got his hands around a plaque, or at least it's sculpted to look like his hands are kind of holding onto a plaque. And on the plaque surface, you can see what was probably once a maze, but a large portion of the maze has been kind of just destroyed, and is no longer there.
Oh, man.
I wanted to try this one.
And as I said, vines cover it, and there's moss. And at the feet of the statue, there are just a pile of skulls.
Ooh.
Do are the feet like?
Are the skulls part of the statue?
No.
Okay. Continue.
Are the feet like hooves rather than feet?
No. They look like human feet.
Okay.
So it's not a minotaur,
But it does have the horn looking
but it has
at
the minotaur horns. Okay.
Or, well, like 1.5.
Right. Something's broken off. I will sign to Gilly to relay to Iku and ask if she knows anything about this statue or who this possibly could be of.
Iku, do you know anything about this statue?
She will tell you, I have not stood before this particular statue, but I am certain of who it represents. Gilly, I'm sure you could guess.
Religion.
Sure.
Check.
Is it a maze person? For your book? Oh, that's pretty good dice roll.
Probably 17, 19, 21. It's Abteu.
Yes.
Is this Abteu?
Yes, Gilly, this is up to you.
Oh, snap.
This statue has seen better days. It was very well worn. And she's going to frown at the pile of skulls at its feet. But someone, or someone's nearby, seem to have taken reverence to it and are leaving it offerings.
Can I do a medicine check to see how fresh these skulls are? Thank you, Ryan.
Man.
That was, I heard the springs go off on that.
Oh,
That was pretty loud.
Sorry.
Sure. Do a medicine check. You could do survival if you prefer.
Survival, okay. 15 on the die. I'll take the survival of a +3, so...
Sure. Almost all of the skulls are completely picked clean and bare.
Okay.
There's a couple that have got a little bit of like sinewy flesh connected to it, or like skin's really thinly stretched over top of it. But since you did a survival in particular, you've got a good collection of different species and even races here. I mean, there's, animal skulls. You see a snake skull, you see a skull of some sort of large cat, you think. There's a human skull. There's a couple dwarf skulls. Numerous goblin skulls.
Okay.
And are you going to get right down and look closely, I'm assuming?
Yeah, she'll get down in there, because she wants to see how long they've been here for.
So as you're kind of really getting close, you notice at the very bottom of this great big heap of skulls, there is a small golden statue, just kind of laying on its side in the dirt.
What does it look like? Can I tell?
It's partially buried. It looks like some kind of animal. You can just kind of see a few pieces of it because there's a lot of dirt and dead leaves and.
I guess. Man.
Touch it.
I know. I'm debating whether she would touch it or not.
Touch it!
I want to touch it. I want to touch it. Brielle might die, but I want to touch it.
Well, always
But it's whether or not Brielle would touch it.
Touch it!
Mom, would you give her a point of inspiration for that?
I have one
You
already.
already
Oh,
have
bummer.
You know,
What do you think happened here? I don't know.
Man, that doesn't play super over radio.
Brielle's not a
Huh?
dungeoneer person, so I don't think
No.
she would think about the fact that this item could probably be cursed. So she would brush away
Sure.
stuff and pick it up.
So it's a small. It's very very heavy, and looks to be gold. Statue, probably 4.5 inches long by 3 inches or something, of a. It looks like a rabbit, but it has a long horn coming out of the center of its forehead.
I know what this is.
And it's
It's not
just
the
kind
item,
of
but
like
I know that the creature.
it's sitting kind of like on hind legs almost, just looking forward with the horn sticking out.
I want us to come across one.
Yeah, I know. But what was I gonna say? Shit, I lost it.
It was a rabbit with a unicorn horn.
I guess she'd pick it up and ask Iku if she knows anything about it, like just kind of through Gilly, you know. She would sign to Gilly.
Sure. Iku's going to tell you it's an El Mirage.
She native to Jolt, I guess.
She'll not. Yeah. Yes. This is. They're very rare. They're very elusive, but they are a native species.
Can you
Those,
say
those
it again?
aren't in Bolos. Those are in that book specifically, aren't they?
Probably. Can you spell it? Is that what someone just said to me?
Yeah.
ALMIRAJ.
Yeah.
And no, actually, I had what I said as Rixers. Can you say it again?
El Mirage.
El Mirage.
And
I
since
like that.
since you asked, Brielle, they are not, in fact, I misspoke. They are not, in fact, native to Chult, but rather they were brought here a very long time ago from the distant land of the Zakhara. Nope, Zakhara. Yeah, Zakhara.
Check? Nope, that's a 5. I have no idea where that place is at.
I was going to give you like a DC of 30 also for that. So. And that would be me pausing and looking up information.
Gilly's gonna go up to the half maze
Mm-hmm.
and see if there's a start point and a finish point.
So you know what the symbol would be around starting points and finish points. Give me an investigation with advantage.
Cool. 8.
It's really heavily worn, and there's moss growing on it. You really just can't read it well enough to really make sense of it, to figure out if there is a start point or end point remaining.
Okay. Would it look similar at all to any of the mazes in my book?
Only in the sense that a lot of mazes look. So it
Okay.
seems to be square or rectangular in nature, and most of them are.
Okay. Fair enough. Man, I just can't.
Brielle's, I'm sorry.
No worries.
She also tosses the gold statue in our boat.
It lands with a very heavy thud.
Yeah.
You might get the immediate impression that it might even be solid gold. Whew. Just from the sheer weight of it.
Oof.
That could probably be handy, especially since we're going a little bit off course with our trip.
Yeah, we are. I think with this day we may be into unknown territory, into the white stuff.
On the map,
Yeah.
there's hexes that are white and not filled in. Yeah.
You're welcome.
All right.
I like my description better.
So it is getting close to evening.
All right.
You guys probably try to find a place to camp.
Yeah.
And do you plan to find a place near this statue, far from this statue?
I would say we'd want to. Brielle would suggest keep moving just in case, because she couldn't determine how old these skulls were.
Sure.
So did we ever investigate around the statue? Are there ruins or anything?
I mean, I got pretty close to the skulls, but
Why would there be a statue in the middle of the jungle with nothing else
Well,
around it?
are you suggesting that in character, or is that Dana?
mean, I think Rixer would spend some time just looking around because
Sure.
he has no interest in looking at the maze. So, what do I see without, I guess, trying too hard?
Yep, decent passive, don't you?
14.
More jungle.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
With that idea though about why would there be a statue in the middle of the jungle?
Uh-huh.
Would that fall under intelligence or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Okay, Rixer's gonna question it then.
Who are you questioning it to?
Gilly's looking at the statue, right, at the maze.
Yeah.
Brielle's pretty much at her feet looking at
Oh,
the
okay.
skulls, so we're both right there.
Okay, so then just kind of in general, why is there a statue here? Would there be, I don't know, something else? There isn't anything else.
Brielle will sign that. Didn't Iku say that a lot of ruins were in the jungles that are now gone? Could have been a place of worship at one point that's just become ruined.
That's fair. Could just be.
Equal.
She will just
agree.
reiterate.
Mm-hmm.
Equal would agree with that. It is possible. I do not know why this is here. It stands alone. It has been here for a very long time, though.
Brielle will say, I mean, we can look around if you want and see if there's more.
No. I just thought that there'd be more stuff. It's kind of boring.
Brielle will do a pass. Let's see if she can find anything. You want a perception or a survival?
So if you're looking for stuff, give me a perception.
That's a natural 1.
Oh, jeez.
I can't find anything.
Brielle does a kind of a quick
For
spin
being
around.
a ranger,
Yeah.
I do really bad on my survival and perception checks.
She kind of does a quick spin around trying to find anything, looking at her surroundings. And then, finishes, wait, where was that statue? And, has to, do a double take and find the statue.
See if I can find my tracks back. I got lost. There's a 17 on the die.
Yeah, you find the track, you find the statue, you find Mountwood, who has been playing the skulls the whole time. It's quite more.
We always sign, those might be cursed.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Ooh, they're not cursed.
It's good because I was touching them too.
If only I was a couple levels higher and could cast Speak with Dead.
Only.
Oh, that's such a good spell.
Hey, how's it going?
Not much. How you doing?
Just pull out Liam O'Brien.
Don't know who that is.
Alright, so you guys had said you want to move a bit away.
Yeah, we'll move probably as far as we can get before, maybe even a little after dark.
Sure.
Just to make sure that we get a good distance, just in case somebody is still putting skulls here.
I'm gonna take one of the skulls with me.
What species?
Well, let's do humanoid. Let's do human.
You have a humanoid skull.
Okay. I have a reason.
I know you do. You want to talk to it later.
Well, maybe later.
Whenever you level up.
If we live long enough to level up again.
Right?
Who knows what
we are only
secrets
at-
it holds?
For the audience, we're only at 1200 XP right now. We need, what, 27?
27.
27 to level up again.
And you guys shouldn't be trying to skip some of these fights.
Yeah,
with the
well,
last XP.
multiple giants. It's a little terrifying.
You can get XP from solving encounters. You don't always have to fight.
And Dan, I think you weren't back yet. I did give you guys some bonus XP on top
Yeah.
of your last fight
Oh, okay.
to equate for.
It was like 2 something, and he bumped us
Oh,
up
okay.
to
Yes,
3.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah.
I do have a
You were
small
still
curiosity though.
What's up?
With undead, some of the undead around, we've been noticing blue triangles.
Sure.
Some kind of brand or mark. I think it was established as.
Yeah.
Would something like that maybe leave like a trace on the skull, like some kind of a remnant?
Would it be that deep to
Yeah.
imprint on the skull?
Or
That's a
would
good
the
idea. That's a
magic
good
be
question.
Lingering.
I
Okay.
know that you have seen a couple clues that answer that question.
The zombie ogres. Didn't they have flesh missing? And we could still see the brand?
I said you can see parts of it.
Parts of the brand.
Oh.
So that would mean this, we should be able to, just if you wanted to glance at these skulls, if that's what you were thinking.
Yeah.
Like no, I mean like where the skin was gone.
We couldn't
could not-
see
not
it.
Could not see it. Okay.
So the skull would give us no answer.
Okay.
That was just my curiosity.
Sure. All right, so you guys get to camp. You make camp, set up camp,
Work on my snake.
working on your snake. This is day 3 of the snake.
Day through the snake.
Cool. And I think we're gonna end it here. This is by far the most days of travel we've packed into one
Yeah, we did.
episode. I definitely thought that you guys would have a little bit fewer, but that's okay.
No, it's just a boring travel episode.
Are we in this one?
I'll show you in a second.
Okay.
All right. So as always, thank you for listening. Find us on the social medias: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Monday Night TPK. I'm not going to mention our YouTube channel for the moment because it's just
It's nothing right now.
it's nothing. Right
You can
now.
watch, you can listen to this there,
You could listen to us there, but you're also already listening to us on whatever
wherever you're listening to us.
Yeah, whatever you're doing right now. So if that works for you, keep it up.
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing.
If you hate what we're doing or really like it, send us a tweet. We would love to hear from you. We'd love to know that people are out there paying attention. But other than that, as I always say, folks, again, thank you for joining us at our table. Have a good night. Getting rid of periods must be awful.
It can be.